This man had many names, yet he never really existed. But what we do know about him, that he was a killer and a fraudster, and the psychology behind all of this is very fascinating. Clark Rockefeller did not rely on force and fear. He relied on belief. For years, he was living under a false identity, like posing as a member of the famous Rockefeller family, as a successful financer, man with powerful connections. But see, none of that was actually true, but it didn't need to be. See, Clark had studied how credibility actually works, because he dressed the part, spoke confidently, and used just enough detail to sound legitimate, and always avoided specifics that could be later verified. This is what psychologists call identity manipulation. People don't verify what's familiar, they verify what feels suspicious. And see, Clark Rockefeller had made himself feel safe. See, he used that false credibility to gain access to elite circles, to institutions, eventually to intimate relationships. But behind that false image, that's when his real behavior started to show, that he was controlling and deceptive, especially toward his partner and his child. When his identity began to crack, that's when everything escalated. A wild public incident, Clark kidnapped his own daughter during a supervised visitation, exposing how much of his power really did rely on maintaining this illusion. In psychology, this worked because of three different things. First, authority borrowing. See, by attaching himself to famous names, he inherited a trust that he never really earned. Second being confidence projection. See, when you're certain about things, people often assume that you're right about what you're talking about. The third thing is fragmented truth. He mixed real facts with sprinkles of white lies in there to make it sound more credible and believable. See, it wasn't just fraud, it was a long-term performance. Clark never really succeeded because the people he was deceiving were naive. He was successful because people are wired to trust confidence, and sometimes because of status and familiarity. Identity itself can be the lie. It can stick for a couple of years until that reality forces it to collapse. And if you enjoy looking at dark psychology stuff when it comes to true crime, make sure to hit that follow button so you don't miss out on the next one.